What's up, guys? It is Jackson from iFlip Phones, back at you today with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a impromptu kind of just quick video on how I started phone flipping, the challenges that I experienced along the way, and then kind of what it looks like now, man. So I've been phone flipping, or being a fool. I don't even want to use the word phone flipping just because I do way more than that. I don't limit myself to just phones, but I started selling phones or phone flipping, whatever you want to call it, probably a year and a half ago. I bought my first phone. Basically, I was going to get into selling Supreme and Nikes and all that stuff again, because I used to do that way back in the day. And I was in a little group that basically showed you how to buy and sell other things, and they threw out a little loophole on basically how to get a iPhone 11 for, it was like $76. I did that loophole probably like 3 times and got 3 iPhone 11s for like $76 or $100, and I was able to sell them that next day every single time for about $300 at the time. So I was making about $220 to $200 in profit within a day. Immediately I saw the value there and saw that there was potential, and at that point doing the loophole was just a little bit too much work. So I was like, okay, why don't I just look on Marketplace and buy older people's phones. Actually, the first thing that I started buying was AirPods. After I did the loophole, I was like, everyone has AirPods, and I would probably be able to find a decent amount of AirPods that people aren't using, and I'd be able to resell them. And I started that. I didn't know how many fake AirPods there were on the market. Majority, if y'all didn't know, majority of the AirPods out there are going to be fake and replica AirPods, and at the time I just did not know that. So I ended up buying quite a bit of fake AirPods, and definitely taking a loss on that, losing some money. And this is the thing, whenever it comes to being to running a business or being an entrepreneur, it's about being a problem solver. Is majority of the people, whenever they come to their first obstacle, something that doesn't go their way, they're gonna throw it up in the air. Oh man, that doesn't work, this isn't for me, this is trash, whatever the case may be, and they're gonna go work their 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Me, I have this very, very obsessive personality, and so I just got to figure it out, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, we can't do the AirPods anymore. The phones were working, but I don't want to do the loophole anymore, so let's just message people and see if we can buy their old phones. And I started with that, man. I started doing that, and I would just, look on Marketplace and see what they were going for, and then just offer less and try to get into that profit margin rate. I didn't have no price list. I wasn't using eBay. I wasn't using any of that. I was just using my visual of the market and going from there. And at the beginning, man, my average profit margin was like $5 to $15 a phone. Sometimes I was breaking even. Sometimes I was even losing a couple bucks. You know what I mean? And I was sitting on the phones for a couple weeks. At the beginning, too, I was also only buying like iPhone 11s and XRs. You know what I mean? I thought that buying the newer phones was a waste of time. Buying the cracked phones was a waste of time. I was only buying iPhone XRs and iPhone 11s unlocked for, at the time, it was like $120, $150. I'm selling them for $200, all the way up to, $300. The first month of me doing it, I think that I profited about $800 my first month doing. And you gotta remember, I'm also working a full-time job. You know what I mean? I'm also working a full-time job at this point. And so I saw that there was potential there. Obviously it wasn't great money, it's just a little bit of lunch money on the side, but I saw that there was potential there, and I saw that there was ways to scale and go about this. So I just kind of continued to get out there and put my feet to the ground. I started looking online, seeing and just soaking up every little bit of knowledge that I could about this, putting action, putting feet to the ground, taking losses, taking W, seeing what works and what doesn't. That's literally the best thing, the best advice that I can give you is, if you're starting a business, don't be afraid to take the loss. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose. It does not matter how much money you have saved up, what time of the year it is, you know, how good your job is, whatever the case may be, is you're gonna lose regardless. I still lose, you know what I mean? But I'm able to take those losses in stride and learn from it, you know what I mean? And so that's what I did, man, is I just kind of continued going, and I just kept using the same fundamentals that I was using at the beginning, and then just continuing to scale those and trying to find a quicker and faster method to those original fundamentals, you know what I mean? And so, you know, it was a couple months of that, and eventually I paid for some knowledge on it, paid for a wholesale buyer, and I got basically a big price sheet of all phones, all conditions, and what I should be buying it for. And if you are curious about that, I would join my Discord. There's a free link down below. We have a community of people in there of phone buyers and phone resellers, and we have the price sheet in there. So if you are new to this, join the Discord link down below. But that's besides the point. Yeah. So eventually, I paid for the knowledge. I paid for the wholesale buyer. Started using the wholesale buyer, and then that kind of gave me another leg up from where it used to be, because then whenever I'm buying the phone, I'm already buying the phone knowing the profit margin that I'm going to get from it. I'm buying the phone knowing what I'm going to get from it from the wholesale buyer, and then immediately sending it off. I'm not having to wait for a buyer on Marketplace to come bring me money for it. So that was definitely a huge hurdle that definitely made the speed of the business go up. The next hurdle that I came to see was running ads. You know, I currently run ads to get devices. You know, I run ads on things like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Google, you know what I mean? I run ads every single day for inbound leads. You know, I not only do I run ads, but I also message people every single day. I'm constantly reaching out to new people to try to find phones, and I'm also getting inbound leads from people who are responding to my ads. Yes, I do pay money for those ads every single day. It is not free, but you have to spend money to make money. And it took a long time of also tweaking and perfecting the ads to where that they work correctly. You know, you don't just make the ads and launch it, and then all of a sudden you're just getting a huge cash flow in return. You have to watch the ads, see how they're performing, see what pictures are working good, see what videos are working good, and then kind of go from there. So once I started running the ads, it definitely was a little bit better, but like I said, I had to continue tweaking it and looking at it, and it's definitely a job in itself. And then about 6 months into it, I started taking my business full time. I was making around $3,000 profit as a side hustle, and one day I realized that, you know, no matter how much I try, no matter how hard I try or what I do, if I treat this thing like a side hustle, it will always be a side hustle. So I did one of the scariest things that I ever did, and I quit my job and I took this thing full time and just went head first in it. And then the first month of me doing it full time, I profited $7,000, which was my best month so far, and that was only phones. That was in September and November. It was right before the 15 came out, it was right before the iPhone 15 came out. And then after the 15 came out, all the prices on market just dropped. They dropped significantly, and it took a hit on the whole market. And right after that, there was a good period where it was hard to get phones at a profitable price on Marketplace and a lot of inbound. So I realized entrepreneurship, problem solver, I realized that if I was only sticking to phones, that the business is not going to work. If I'm only relying for phones to pay my bills and keep the lights on it in my place, it's not going to work. You have to diversify. You have to get uncomfortable. So I started working with another mentorship that provided me with more knowledge and more guidance on multiple other products. That's why I don't even like to use the word phone flipping anymore, because I do so much more than that. Honestly, phones have some of the lowest profit margin compared to all the other products that I flip. You know, I know everything has a value, and I'm able to see that, and I don't stick with just phones. I use, you know, virtual reality headsets, gaming consoles, smartwatches, laptops, X, Y, and Z. There's so many other products and niches that I know how to flip that make it business way more sustainable. Like I said, if y'all are curious about those other products, like I said, my Discord link is down below. Go check it out. I always post what I'm buying and selling in there, so you can kind of pick up some game. Over there. But so I started buying and selling a bunch of more things, using eBay to sell those things, checking eBay for sold prices and everything like that. And then that's really where the momentum started, and we really started to pick up a lot of traction. And since then, since I started to diversify and to do all those other products, I really have not seen a slow month. Once you are able to see the prices and everything like that, as far as the other products go, you'll be able to open marketplace or go into pawn shops or any other place, and you're just going to see dollar bills floating around. It's going to be hard to not buy this stuff because you know the price on it and you know what it goes for, you know the value. And I'm telling you, once I diversified, it totally changed the game. I've been doing this now for a year and a half, and I love it. It's not an easy job. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know what I mean? I put a lot of effort into this. You know, I wake up at, I start at like 8:30, and sometimes I'm picking things up until midnight. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of effort, a lot of driving around, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I'm looking to be at now, man, as I want to show other people how to do it. I want to give the opportunity to other people that I have worked so hard myself to achieve. I feel like it's only right for me to want to help and to try to push other people to have financial freedom, man. And so I just wanted to make this video super quick and tell y'all that, man. And if y'all want to be a part of this community, I'm sorry to keep dropping it, but the Discord link is down below, and it's free. It's free right now for the time being. At some point, it's not going to be free. But yeah, man, you can go in that Discord for free. You can ask questions. You can see what we're buying. You can see what we're selling. And to take it even a step further, I will be offering a full mentorship for anyone who wants my undivided attention, and to show them exactly step by step how I run my business full time. Obviously, that will not be free if you wanna so explore that option. But anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoy this video. I'm gonna go ahead and get it uploaded tonight. Join the Discord down below. Peace.